Ahsoka will become a Mortis God. How about this Mortis God stuff? Okay, now I'm gonna drop this bomb on you, comic cuts and fans. Okay, so BAYLON Skull, Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano. Okay, Anakin is a Force God. Okay, Anakin is the father. Okay, the father is dead. When Anakin died, he took the role of the father. Okay, Ahsoka is the daughter. Ahsoka ended up dying on Mortis. The daughter put her Force energy into Ahsoka to bring her back to life. In that moment, Ahsoka became the embodiment of the Force. When she was temporarily dead in the Ahsoka show, and she went to the world between worlds, she came out a different. She came out as still as the embodiment of the light side of the Force. BAYLON Skull, okay. I do not think BAYLON Skull has taken the role of the son. And when BAYLON Skull is standing on the father's hand and he's looking directly to some light, my theory that's going around is that is possibly a portal to the Mortis planet that we saw in Star Wars Clone Wars, or it is a portal to the world between worlds. Those are the two things. I'm leaning more towards it being a portal to the world between worlds because of the fact that Anakin is there and he's the father. I believe that he's going to face off against BAYLON Skull and defeat him and all that jazz. I really do believe the fact that Anakin Skywalker being the father changes everything in the story because BAYLON Skull doesn't know that. And also think about this. At the end of the Ahsoka show, Anakin pops up as a Force ghost, but he is not wearing white robes like we saw Yoda in, like we saw Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's wearing a black robe. Why is that? It is symbolism. And when you zoom in on Anakin's face, and I'm weird, so I zoomed in on his face. Half of his face is smirking, the other half of his face is a straight face. I believe that is symbolism for us to see that he is the true balance of the Force. And so I believe that we're going to dig deeper into that Mortis God, father, daughter, son narrative in Ahsoka season 2. Also, guys, remember this. Ahsoka says that we are meant to be here. She told us being we're meant to be on Peridia. That is not an accident. That is not an accident. Right. So those are all things that, we need to take a look at when we're putting out this BAYLON Skull stuff. Also, because Rey did die, they argue they have to recast because like the internet blew up over the BAYLON Skull stuff because look, Thrawn is amazing. The war, great. The stuff that they're doing with the world between worlds is greater. And hear me on this, guys. And this might sound risky, and I'm putting this on TikTok. What they're doing with the world between worlds is more important than anything they've ever done in Star Wars history. This will define the true meaning of the Force. Think about that. This will define the whole entire spiritual background of Star Wars. And if Dave Filoni does this right, if Dave Filoni can do this right, this might be the greatest story that we've ever seen in history. And that's just my take.
Yeah, I love that they're bringing Anakin into it. For a while, I was kind of like in the camp where they need to move away from the Skywalkers. I think it's cool that Anakin's involved. I'd like to see more about, BAYLON Skull, the Mortis God. I don't know if I would agree Star Wars is the greatest story ever. I mean, they have 9 episode movies, and 3 of them are like 2 are awful, 1 is okay, and the other 6 are fire.
Yeah, I still think it's the greatest story of all time.
Fair. We can agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, I still do because I just think that Anakin Skywalker. I just think that the Skywalkers are like the greatest characters in fandom.
I think the Infinity Saga is greater than that by a long shot.
I disagree. I understand, no, but I think the Infinity Saga was perfectly done on screen. I think that the true meaning of it is better in live action, but I think the story in general about what it can bro, I just think that going back this far and going through like the creation of the Force and stuff, I think that's like that's deeper lore than what I that's some deep lore, and I feel like Marvel. That's where I think Marvel is lacking, honestly. I think that Marvel's is still so much about fighting and stuff, and they're not digging deep enough into lore. Like when you have King the Conqueror, that's deep lore, bro. Like they can be digging into the creation of how the Marvel universe was created, to where we can meet the creator of the Marvel universe. Like, bro, we looked at Eternity and Thor: Love and Thunder, and they did nothing with it.